Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. This video, wallahi, it kind of like nailed the coffin for me, for Sheikh Yasir to have any kind of credibility in my eyes. And I have seen a lot of people, they don't like me for that. In fact, one brother the other day, he was like, oh, your pseudo Salafi narrative doesn't work and you're putting things out of context. So what he did, actually, he unsubscribed from my channel simply because I spoke about Sheikh Yasir Qadhi. And wallah, in that video, I said, if you're following Yasir Qadhi, that's fine. That's up to you. I'm not gonna be telling you what to do or what not to do. Nevertheless, even though I said that in that video, the guy, he freaked out. So you can imagine how many blind followers, if you like, are out there who follow these sheikhs, so-called sheikhs like Omar Sulaiman and Yasir Qadhi, without understanding the deen properly. And most of these people, they are very young, they're very naive. Wherever they get knowledge from, wherever they see people are preaching them something new with confidence, they get sold out. So dear brothers and sisters, I want to play this video. I want you to take a listen as to what he said about Ahmed Deedat and also Zakir Naik, especially Ahmed Deedat, in regards to his preaching and converting people into Islam.
In my humble opinion.
Again, first thing he said, in my humble opinion, which is not so humble. Every time he will refute, he will argue with somebody. It is also always humble opinion.
Da'wah is not primarily done via the tongue, via intellectual arguments, via solid, logical, rational debate. It doesn't done.
ادعو إلى سبيل بربك بحكمتي ادعو إلى سبيل ربك بالحكمة, right? That's the ayat, right? If I'm not mistaken. So call people with hikmah, with wisdom. He's saying it is not intellectual. Dawah is not intellectual. Like, wallahi, like this is insane. First thing he's saying from his mouth, is coming from his mouth, is against the Quran. Let's take a listen.
Via the tongue, via intellectual arguments,
No.
via solid, logical, rational debate. It doesn't done that way. It's not done that way. I was impacted by Deedat. Zakir Naik is somebody I consider to be a friend. I was with him many.
He doesn't even call him a Sheikh Deedat. He's like, I was impacted by Deedat. Zakir Naik is my friend. We are all the same. In fact, I'm higher than them.
Times. But the brutal fact of the matter is those tactics did not convert hundreds and thousands of people.
Oh yeah, they did convert a lot of hundreds and thousands of people. They did. Whether it was through their dawah, the way they did, or whether it was their wisdom, the context they used for people to be convinced about the religion of Islam, they did convert. It was by the permission of Allah Azza wa Jal. Obviously, Allah is the one who convert people and bring them to close to Islam. But it was at the same time their technique. It worked for them. This is why they continued on for so many years.
That's just the fact. What it did was, it reaffirmed our iman.
Yeah, reaffirm my iman. Like you're coming up with this new thinking.
We loved Deedat.
Yeah.
More than those outside of our faith.
Yeah, I don't think you love Deedat, because you are saying Deedat, not even Ahmed Deedat or Sheikh Deedat, nothing. He's the master in dawah for many people, for millions of people. He's a master of dawah.
Affirmed our iman. It made us strong in our faith.
Absolutely. Every time if you talk to non-Muslims, every time you argue with people, non-Muslims, it does increase your iman. It will. So what are you talking about? It increases my iman every time I listen to any Islamic lecture, and this is what it's supposed to do. وَإِذَا تُلِيَتْ آيَاتِي زَادَتْهُمْ إِيمَانًا. Whenever they recite the ayah or they hear the ayah, their iman increases. This is something. This is byproduct of the Quran, and this is a byproduct for a believer, that his iman should increase.
But the fact of the
And
matter
this is exactly what the Quran says. Wallahi, like
it
this
didn't
guy.
convert a lot of people. On the contrary, to be brutally honest, that mannerisms actually turned a lot of people off.
A lot of people off. Who was off? The one who did not want to accept Islam. The one who did not want to accept the message of Rasulullah. They were turned off. Who, like, okay, are you talking from any evidence? This guy is like Yasir Qadhi
knew what was going on.
He's trying to redefine the narrative of dawah. That's all he's doing. He's saying, put everything that happened before me in the garbage. That's pretty much what he is telling us. I am the new guy, I am the Sheikh, I am this scholar, I am the man who knows it all, who knows how to give people dawah, and those people came before me, throw them in the garbage. This is exactly what he is saying.
Back in the 80s or not. So we need to overcome this issue of da'wah being an intellectual exercise.
يَعُودُ إِلَى سَبِيلِ رَبِّكَ بِحِكْمَتِ. So no more intellectual exercise. You just call people like a stupid. This guy is a schmuck. Like this guy, he's talking like a schmuck right now.
Of da'wah being a rational argument of knowing how to respond to these debates. No, on the contrary, conversion to another faith is not usually an intellectual process, it is a psychological one. It is.
We should stop.
Yeah, psychological. No, it is absolutely wrong. It is psychological. Before that, it is about your emotional. It is about your intellect. If you are pleasing my mind, my brain, my logical thinking, then only then I will ask you more question about your faith. And after I ask question, after I get an answer, then my heart will be attached to it. Nobody will become a Muslim by listening to the adhan and not knowing what the Quran is about. Even if they do, they will leave Islam right away. Wallahi, this guy is preaching something completely bizarre, something completely anti-Quran, if you like, and he's just saying whatever he wants, babbling out and accusing Ahmed, Deedat, accusing of Zakir, Naik, as if they are nothing.
Is not usually an intellectual process, it is a psychological one. It is.
We should stop saying do not answer questions which are a Satan's question. I said, no, you can answer any question. A question can be illogical, fine.
Yeah.
But you cannot say that if it's any question, like someone say, why don't you have Pope or anything? If they ask any question, it cannot be a question which cannot be asked. And there is a scientific thing that you eat pig and you behave like pig.
So the guy who made this video, he pretty much referred indirectly that Sheikh Yasir Qadhi or Yasir Qadhi, whichever you call him, he is acting like a pig because he doesn't even know what he's talking about. Wallahi, everything that he said in this video, wallahi, everything he said.
Primarily done via the tongue, via intellectual arguments, via solid, logical, rational.
It is completely against Islam, completely against the Quran, what Quran teaches people about religion. It is not the heart. The heart, the way he's talking, he's promoting Christianity. He's promoting Christian da'wah. The Christians, I have debated so many people, alhamdulillah, where I am, I'm giving da'wah to non-Muslim. The Christian, they will debate with you based on love, emotion, and your not psychology, your how you feel. That's how it works for Christianity. This is how they target a lot of people who are hopeless, that hey, look, if you just come to this religion, your all sins will be forgiven. Look at Jesus, he died for you, he loves you. And they will say forgiving other people is the center of Christianity. In fact, this lady, this girl, it was like a few years ago when I was talking to her, she said to me that if my enemy is attacking me, I will even forgive him. I will not, she even said, I will not defend myself. I'm like, would you not defend yourself when your enemy is attacking? What do you do? She said, I will forgive him. And that was a stubbornness. That was a stubbornness from her part. But the point here is that they use emotion, love, care to bring people to Christianity. We do not do that. Islam, first step of our religion is intellectual. It is exactly what he said against. This is exactly what he is saying we should not be doing. Wallahi, like this, I do not know Yasir Qadhi, where he gets all this opinion. He talks about different things in such a way that he makes it a big deal. Like Ya'juj and Ma'juj, we need to know exactly where they are, who they are. Wallahi, I cannot sleep at night because I am thinking about Ya'juj and Ma'juj. That's how his attitude is. He finds a tangent that he used a lot of time. This tangent, that tangent. He finds a tangent and he cannot sleep all night because then he has to think all night how he will explain it to people in a new way. that doesn't even resemble the Quranic teaching, the Hadith teaching, but his own. This is exactly what this guy is up to. I mean, wallahi, this is very, very unfortunate. This person is now getting mentally all over the places. May Allah protect all of us. If you're new here, consider subscribing. Like this video, share this video. I'll see you soon again. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.